we mistitled this particular hangout because Jill didn't answer the that I posted her on Facebook yet. However, I would be happy to assail her in absentia, as it were. She left me this PS comment in the messenger that was, well, I'm afraid it was indiscernibly confused and pedantic. So, because I told her that, she may not come to the hangout at all. So let's move on to the 48 Laws of Power. Yeah, it was about the Akashic Record and other stuff we talked in a recent hangout. And I don't take issue. She's not wrong, but she's also discernibly confused and pedantic. Entire screen will work. Share. And now let's go and have a look at this insanity. I say insanity. Oh, those are great. Probably. Because, well, this is why I'm reading them, to better understand you. Always make those above you feel comfortably superior in your desire to please or impress them. Do not go too far in displaying your talents, or you might accomplish the opposite. Inspire fear and insecurity. Make your masters appear more brilliant than they are, and you will attain heights of power. Yes, well, that's the opposite of what yeah, let's dissect this a bit. Make your masters appear more. Ultimately, the only master I can appeal to appear more brilliant would be the daemon or my higher being. I know. Abraxas, thou mighty god above God, as the ancients knew him. You are so superior to me in every possible way. And I do not mean to sound at all snide or insincere when I say that. Talking or praying for you, great Abraxas. I acknowledge you as being the magnificent, fearful, highest of high, higher than high, God above God, as the ancients knew him. I acknowledge you, Abraxas, and am humbled before the very thought and concept of you. That's how you do that. All right. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. That's the whole frenemy thing. There's a SpongeBob episode about this, I think. Be wary of friends. They will betray you more quickly, for they are easily aroused to envy. They also become spoiled and tyrannical. But hire a former enemy, and he will be more loyal than a friend, because he has more to prove. In fact, you have more to fear from friends than from enemies. If you have no enemies, find a way to make them. Oh, good. I did that just today with Jill. Keep health balance. And maybe I should explain that a little so it doesn't sound like I'm being horrible with people. Doctor, and I have a degree in horribleness. A PhD, in fact. Uh-oh. Yeah, I was checking in on my good friend, frenemy, Carl, an old boss of mine. Oh, Carl, always my boss, always above me, so superior. Anyway, he's a lovely daughter. I've known her since she was born. Cheers. And she changed her cover photo. So all right, here is the man. This is guy I do jump in the ring with. I think he's pretty badass. So yeah, how about that? We acknowledge Edward Pandemonium. My superior also. Look at that. Okay, talking about puppets. Shared the project de Welt der Puppens. The project of Welt der Puppens. Walter Puppets project. Something like the Alan Parsons project. It's a beautiful mosaic. That would make a great bird bath. Eddie would agree. So to translate. Google Translate is translate. All right. This actually has gotten so much better than it used to be. And I've learned to do some funny things with it. Oh no, English. Okay. Del project El Mundo de La Foto de los Dolls. Oh, it was Puppet. Yeah, I was wrong. Shared the project, The World of Dolls. See who has found the world has found a world of marionettes or corpses, indeed. Okay, I'm saying. Oh, I forgot we were on Hang Up. So I am sharing my screen. Yeah. He who's found the world. I'm stealing this from Gospel Tones. Has found a world of puppet. Has found a puppet. A box of puppets, and he should entertain himself and play with the puppets. Who won't care? He may cheer himself up. was a well-constructed sentence to get the idea. What do you want? It's in Coptic. Oh, wow. What's the down I go? Let's go back to the thingy. Thingy accomplished. And go over to here's Johnny. No. Yes. Okay, so Law 3, conceal your intentions. Yes, it is my intention to play with these puppets who are not worthy of my time, and yet I am a very self-centered person in box puppets. Keep people off balance in the dark by never revealing the purpose behind your actions. If they have no clue what you are up to, they cannot prepare a defense. Guide them far enough down the wrong path, envelop them in enough smoke or in long smoke. And by the time they realize your intentions, it will be too late. Envelop them in enough smoke. Envelop them in long smoke. I like envelop them in long smoke because you combine, right? Guide them far enough down. So give them long smoke. Give them long smoke to doom them. That's how you say the last sentence. When you are trying to impress people with words, the more you say, the more common you appear, and less in control. Yes, well, the fuck do I care what the puppets think? Everything, even if you are saying something banal, it will seem original if you make it vague, open-ended, and sphinx-like. Okay, powerful people impress and intimidate by saying less. The more you say, the more likely you are to say something foolish. Actually, this is true. But it's all appearances anyway, right? The more common you appear, right? So we could summarize this as nobody can understand what you're saying, so say as little as possible. Better still. Do not say more than necessary. Do not speak more than necessary. Make no useless sounds or movements. Do not say more than necessary. I think those are the two advices. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. No, so much of that. Reputation is the cornerstone of power. Yes? Tell that to Nietzsche. He's got a reputation for pronouncing God dead, when actually he was just a messenger. He's like, and oh, how will we find enough water to wash away the blood that we have spilled on this ground? What do you say about God's reputation on that count? He was a punk, man. We took him out. Oh, no. Tell me not. Say not that it is so. You've slain God, and now we must be under that fearful and ancient God that was above him. And this you will not like. But I dare not even utter his name. Abraxas. I am Abraxas, in his meat incarnation of Jack Puppet. How do we restate that? Reputation is a cornerstone of power, though reputation alone, through reputation alone, can intimidate and win. Once you slip, however, you're vulnerable and will be attacked on all sides. Whew, tell me about it. All right, so now that your savior is still as a grave, you're beginning to fear me. I think you're slipping. I think you're slipping away. Dr. Horrible said so. And he is just another allegory for me, Abraxas, that terrible god above God, as the ancients knew him. Coming to you in my meat puppet form of Jack Bass. Always be alert to potential attacks and thwart them before they happen. Yes, I know. You go to the birds and be like, yeah. You're a great neighbor and all that, but I could see you massing your forces. So. So you're dirty work. I said, oh yeah, hey, look, everybody gather around. It's a puppet dog pile. Make your reputation unassailable. Mm-hmm. Clean up your act, baby. Change your name. Always be alert to potential attacks. Okay. Meanwhile, learn to destroy your enemies by opening holes in their reputations. Oh, you mean the shitlords that surround me, attacking me because they're so puny and small and insolent? Those you mean? Yes, I agree. Then stand aside and let public opinion hang them. Amen. Actually, I like that law. It appeals to my law number one in me. Okay, so law 6. Court attention at all cost. Everything is judged by its appearance, which is unseen. What is unseen counts for nothing. Never let yourself get lost in the crowd then, or buried in oblivion. Stand out. Be conspicuous at all cost. Make yourself a magnet of attention by appearing larger, more colorful, more mysterious, and the more bland than the more bland, timid masses. Aha. So law 6 is, we count cool now. All right. Law 7, in other words, we bluster at one another. Comparing our appearance. And how much integrity you have to do that with somebody else? I'd be like, a lot. You're not a puppet if you can do that. Compete at coup. I mean, if that's what I understand it, where you display. You know, your stride, your strut, your tire, your appearance. Very nice. Think about it. Okay, I'll acknowledge that people who exist in cultures like Cherokee warriors or whoever that was that did that, definitely my superiors. But they would and laughed at by this freaking rabble of worms that they displayed too. They made the mistake that I make, which is projecting their decency, honor, and self onto others. That's a terrible, painful mistake. You'll get you in trouble. When you force the other person to act, you are the one in control. It's always better to make your opponent come to you, abandoning his own plans in the process. Lure him with fabulous gains, then attack. You hold the cards. Okay, so attack your enemy with cards to take the control. Yes. Oh. Okay, lure him with gains. Attack him with cards, which you apparently are holding. I'm kidding. Okay, let's see if I've condensed this to force the other person to act. Yes. It's like break the stalemate by making a little diversionary tactic. I think of this in the context of, say, trench warfare. How would you lure your enemy out of the trench? Wave a white flag. No, maybe. That would lure him. Be like, okay, time out. Okay, law number 9. This ought to be good. Number nine. Win through your actions, never your arguments. Any momentary triumph you think gained through argument is really a Pyrrhic victory. Just saith Zarathustra. The resentment and ill will to you will stir up is stronger and lasts longer than any momentary change of opinion. Right? So when I sit here and explain to the shitlords, like monitor people over the totally freaking unethical rationalizations and puny little freaking meat puppet shitlord rationalization or the tininess of them, the impunity of them. Oh, the worms. I need not explain why. It's self-evident to anything that isn't a freaking unworthy of even being acknowledged, especially by my presence. It is more powerful to get others to agree with you through your actions without saying a word. Demonstrate. Do not explicate. Infection. Avoid unhappy and unlucky. Yes. Although, in this world, unhappy and unlucky means blessed and lucky. Because everything's backwards. You can die from somebody else's misery. Yes, but misery loves company. But do not establish useless friendships. You may feel you're helping the drowning man. Yes, this is where sympathy becomes self-poison. You can give someone your compassion, but don't make a mistake of being sympathetic. You're only giving what you would refuse yourself. You should despise sympathy. You should trust compassion. You may feel you're helping a drowning man, but you're only precipitating your own disaster. The unfortunate sometimes draw misfortune on themselves. They will also draw it on you. Associate with happy and fortunate instead. I do. That would be me and the mighty Abraxas, that fearful, terrible god above God as the ancients knew him, coming to you in the form of me, in my meat puppet incarnation of Jack Passmore. Law 11. When you're in this world, this realm, this earth, and all the puppets are running around carried away with the games they're playing, which are they're just puppets. They're carried away with themselves. They're not even, everything happens to them. What's going to happen to the puppets now? I don't know. Let's do something with them. I think this puppet's going to come over here and say hello to this one. You know what? I think I'm to the puppets. I think they want to attack each other, rip each other's throats out. No. What shall we have the puppets do? Let's have them sit down for tea. Law 11. Maintain your independence. You must always be needed and wanted. The more you are relied on, the more freedom you have. Make people depend on you for their happiness and prosperity, and you will have nothing to fear. That's good. Which is why I'm kept in a box because they rely on me for their luck, blessings, and everything. They don't understand it. They don't know why. I do, though, which means I must be the one pulling their strings and making this happen, which suits me just fine. I like playing with the puppets. Come here, Papa. Never teach them enough so that they can do without you. No. They don't know how to auto-manipulate. But I am an auto-manipulator. I play with myself. I'm a masturbator. Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. The way this is couched, I'm still unlearning because it's opposite day. Every day is opposite day. So use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim would mean learn how to receive and give thanks and always put yourself in the other's position in any discussion. One sincere and honest move will cover over dozens of dishonest ones. Thank you. Open-hearted gestures of honesty and generosity bring down the guard of the even most suspicious people. Yes, I know that one. That's a good one. Once your selective honesty opens a hole in their armor, you can deceive them, you can manipulate them at will. A timely gift, a Trojan horse, will serve the same purpose. If you're a worm, okay, I see. I'm reading that forwards wise. Oh yes, yes. When I read it backwards, it means, careful where you shine that divine spark, because you might be animating a lot of corpses, and you're gonna really regret that down the road, because they're gonna wake up to their conscience, and then you're gonna have to be like, why didn't I just let them go down to their utter destruction? They could have been single particles of possibly not wrong in my heart forever. But like a dumbass, I had to be sympathetic to puppets. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy or gratitude. Law 13. El regalo 13. Wait, regulation? I don't know. Law. Here's a song that I wrote for you. You can sing along because the words are true. Sing it in the morning, sing it in the day, sing it in the evening, sing it every way. Let's go fucking mental. La 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 la. La 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 la. Let's go fucking mental. La la. In the evening, sing it every way. Sing it, let's go fucking mental. Law. The law. La ley. Oddly enough, I never knew that. La ley. Eso es la ley. Eso es la lo, la ley, la li, la y lulu. La ley. Bueno. Ok, sí es la ley. Pues la ley. No porque. No. Para la ley. No es lo mismo de por la ley. Los leyes, espíritus, cosmic, todo es por la ley. Aquí en ese mundo de cochinos, eso es para la ley. Feos. Okay, back to this. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. I guess Mr. Honky needs intelligence on these guys. For he is the white devil, and he rules over this realm. Beneath his highest boss, that ancient and terrible god above God, as the ancients knew him, Abraxas. Coming to you now in the meat puppet form of Honky the White Devil Bodhisattva Samsara's human emissary and friend, Jack Passmore, meat puppet extraordinaire. Knowing your rival is critical. I have no rival, I have no peer. Use spies to gather valuable information that will keep you a step ahead. Be still. I mean, except for Abraxas and Honky and Edward Mandalorian, and everybody is above me, like all the Cherokee warriors who ever lived ever. Be still. Play at the spy yourself. In polite social encounters, learn to probe. Ask indirect questions to get people to reveal their weaknesses and intentions. Ooh, their intentions. Is that where they feel tense inside? Tensions. The sound of that. Oh, would you like me to rub out your intentions? Are they bothering? Are they troubling you? I feel tensions in you. I can reiki them out with this rake. Ask indirect questions to get people to reveal their weaknesses and intentions. Weakness S. Be interesting. Debilitation. Their disability. I would say there are lots. Yeah, see, this is look. This is why the puppets can't understand each other when they just battle one to the other. And this is true in English also, that you could just throw a whole host of synonyms. Why does Google Translate give me a succinct definition when I click on that instead of just these synonyms? Flojera, okay, that's laziness. Flojedad, okay, looseness. Flojo, weakness. Weakling, oh, looseness. Flojeda, flaco, skinny. This desventaja, the disadvantaged. Debilidad, weakness. Okay, so those flojera y debilidad are being made equivalent by the English word weakness in this. Google thingy. Still fascinating. There's some other nouns that are translations. Lack of character, lack of volition, or of initiative, probably. Achaque, ailment, infirmity. Okay. Tenuidad, tenuity. I don't even know the word in English. That's awesome. Tenuity. Oh, the internet fast. Oh. Oops. Yeah. Think about it. You get the whole internet, and that's all you give me? quantity or substance. Thinness. Oh, like tenuous. Tenuity. Love it. Oh, got it. So, wow, that is really. So here's my thinking on this. As you thin and grow weak, disabled, and tenuous, right? You may discover that you have become attached to that which can destroy you in the course of time, which would be perhaps your lack of volition to do things like developing your mentation and your ability to travel on the astral plane, or to do without a body at all, to not just your awareness, your satiety, your sapience. This is where you start to see these things connected. Because if this is not what you have, your mindfulness, your being, then it will evanesce, lamentably, because I enjoyed playing with you, Poppet. Hate to see you go into the fire, but you will live on forever in my heart. Like, one of my favorite toys. I love you. I love you. Flojera, weakness, looseness, idleness. Flojedad, looseness, weakness, slackness, laxity. Limpness, flabbiness. Disadvantage, drawback, downside, handicap, liability, weakness. Weakness to debility, frailty. Yes, well, I was going to get assessed for disability. I think by every measure, my every strength is measured around here as a weakness, so should do well. But sanity will appear as insanity. My weakness is as my few strengths. Say, for example, I wanted to engage in folly. The world would applaud. Oh, yay! He's flipping burgers. Yes, at least 75% of his life is spent somewhere he doesn't want to be, doing something he doesn't want to do, because that's just how it is. Crush your enemies totally. All great leaders since Moses have known that a feared enemy must be crushed completely. Sometimes they have learned this the hard way. Well, that wouldn't be me. Nobody fear me now. I'm just nobody. I'm nothing. I'm getting smaller and smaller. I still got my one good arm, and I can beat myself up with it. If one ember is left alight, no matter how dimly it smolders, the fire will eventually break out. Only you can prevent Jack from ascending to his higher God self. More is lost through stopping halfway than through total annihilation. The enemy will recover and will seek revenge. Crush him, not only in body, but in spirit. That isn't bad advice. Ted's that way. He's like, yeah, kill every stinging insect on earth. I'm like, well, that'll have the unintended consequence of destroying every fig tree, which has a separate wasp species. What's that word? Whatever they call it. Yes. What does it look like? Is it ticking? Have you shaked it? Is it ticking?
No, it's not ticking.
Is it vibrating? Are there any powders coming out of it? Thank you, Becca.
You're welcome.
Oh, look. Ooh. This is a gift from Anonymous. Brett Favre. Mr. Honky, we got a gift. It's a fancy razor, and you know we could use this. Learn how to receive and give thanks. Well, thank you, Brett Favre. I didn't know you cared. I am desirous to use it right away. Perhaps somebody does like my scruffy beard. So I don't want to grow attached to my beard. It could destroy me forever. Leo wears a goatee, and he's self-actualizing. Do not encourage others to imitate you. Oh my God. A donkey? You think it's my beard hair that's the mind parasite? And the UFOs are coming to take me far enough away from the moon to penetrate? All right, let's go. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Well, oddly enough, one of the laws that you'll get down to a little after this is diss the person in their absence if he was the leader. Right? Too much circulation makes the price go down. The more you are seen and heard from, it will make you more talked about, even more admired. You must learn when to leave. That's very true. Create a value through scarcity. Just cut yourself. No, this speaks directly to why linger and die wretched and repugnant and foul. Clinging to something that you cannot have, which isn't yours, like your body, like your meat puppet. It's time to put the toy back in the toy chest, or mommy will throw it in the trash. In other words, a voluntary death. That's Nietzsche. That's not me. Okay, look. Of course, these crazy fucking sick machines here in sick machine world are like, oh, we have to restrain that man. What's his name? Schopenhauer went much more into it. The minute the mental hospital attendant leaves the room, that person's going to break a water glass, a drinking glass, and do himself in. the very instant they get the chance. You know, who in that scenario is saying, not the mental hospital attendee, let me tell you. Yes, well, I would want to keep me under wraps too. Because we could do a whole global suicide as we all die in the face of the sun. The earth turns, or if you're on a flat earth and the sun comes to you, be sure to give it the finger as you bleed out. Humans are creatures of habit, with insatiable need to see familiarity in other people's actions. Your predictability gives them a sense of control. Turn the tables. Be deliberately unpredictable. Behavior that seems to have no consistency of purpose will put them off balance. Will keep them off balance. And they will wear themselves out trying to explain your moves. Your move, shitlords, your move. Taken to the extreme, this strategy can intimidate and terrorize. Law 18, do not build a fortress to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. Yes, I concur. So does Honky. The world is dangerous and enemies are everywhere. Everyone has to protect themselves. A fortress seems the safest. But isolation exposes you to more dangers than it protects you from. Good thing I'm not isolated here, but to have this family held hostage with me and Honky. Oh, Honky's holding all of us hostage. Help, help. We're being held hostage by an ancient cat, house cat. It's not what he appears to be. It makes you conspicuous and an easy target. Better to circulate among people, find allies, mingle. Yes, my family has been coming around. I'm just going to try and lure a stable of honeys over here, too. You're shielded from your enemies by the crowd. Crowd. I don't have any friends and I don't have any enemies. I have black puppets, white puppets, and gray puppets. There are many different kinds of people in the world. What kind are you? And you can never assume, assuming that everyone will react to your strategies in the same way. Deceive or outmaneuver some people. And they will spend the rest of their lives seeking revenge. They are wolves in lamb's clothing. That's interesting. I'm a shark in chicken's clothing. Choose your victims and opponents carefully. Then never offend or deceive the wrong person. So I don't. Wait, I keep forgetting it's opposite day. Read it backwards. Okay. There are many different kinds of people in the world. I love it. Coffee. It is a fool who always rushes to take sides. Indeed. I am not on your side because I'm not altogether on anybody's side. Master Baggins. Do not commit to any side or cause but yourself. Going to leave you destitute of every other person in the world. Not destitute, freed of all the puppet play that you must outgrow. By maintaining your independence, you become the master of others, playing people against one another, making them pursue you. Game is afoot. Think about that. So true. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. Oh, I'm good at this one. No one likes feeling stupider than the next person's. That doesn't sound correct. In person, no. The trick is to make your victim feel smart. And not just smart, but smarter than you are. Once convinced of this, they will never suspect that you may have ulterior motives. Ulterior. Ulterior. Anterior? Let's go. Anterior would be opposite motives, maybe. Versus ulterior. Okay, these are positions. Ultimate. Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah, nobody ever says anterior motives. But I do because everything's backwards. Okay, so it's like ultimate. Continuity. My ulterior motives are all tenuous, evanescent, and wouldn't mean anything to you, Mr. Corpse. Go back to sleep. Get back in your grave now. Lie down. Good fellow. Your glorious palaces are hospitals set amid cemeteries. So saith I, the professor of energies, PhD in horribleness. Law 22. Use surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. When you are weaker, never fight your honor's sake. Choose surrender instead. Yes, well, I surrender to those who will interact with a respectable measure of consistency, who do not display an inability to keep track of their own narrative or whatever. Viola Leatherman. Stan. Bam Bam. Time. Surrender gives you time to recover, time to torment, and time to irritate your conqueror. This is why I'm going in for the brain check. And they may not be too happy with the. But they don't know my ulterior motive is to take time to recover, torment, and irritate my conqueror, so they do not distinguish my every ember. I kid. It's actually tragic. There's nothing to grab onto because there's nothing here. The ghost is making fun of the puppets. Do not give him the satisfaction of fighting and defeating you. Surrender first. By turning the other cheek, you infuriate and unsettle him. Make surrender a tool of power. The ghost surrendered to the shadow because of the puppets. Because of the cat. Conserve your forces and energies. I am Professor of Energies. By keeping them concentrated at the strongest point. You gain more by finding a rich mine and mining it deeper than by flitting from one shallow mine to another. Well, that's very good, because so is it with I. Intensity defeats extensity every time. Oh, I think of that in terms of like World War II artillery, moving artillery battles, like maybe. Um, well, so if you take your 50 tanks versus 50 tanks, and you use one side uses 25 tanks to fire while the others reload and keep up an intensity of barrage, which is more of a phalanx than sending it out in rounds. Would that really win? I don't know. I have to go play with tanks to find out. Find a fat cow. This means, of course, go and comfort the poor skinny cow. Give her straw and hay by hand. Brush her. That's how you read that in opposite of that. Milk the fat cow becomes give the old gray mare some straw and hay. It'd be nice. Play the perfect courtier. Law 24. The perfect courtier thrives in a world where everything revolves around power and political dexterity. Backwards! He has mastered the art of indirections. He flatters, yields to superiors, and asserts power over others in the mot, oblique, and graceful matter. The mot, oblique. Well, I do like that better than most. You are the mot, oblique, and graceful man I've ever met. Learn and apply the laws of courtiership, and there will be no limit to how far you can rise in the court. You know, never been my way, really. But oh wait, I was reading the opposite. Okay, so the hermit. Hobble, kind of limps his way through the illusion where nothing exists that is powerful or political or quick. He has mastered the art of indirection. That's what? You mean like a river? Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride. Modern day warriors, are you with me? Indirectness or lack of straightforwardness. I despise such things. But I understand, so did Niccolo Machiavelli. And yet, he would agree with the statement emphatically. Okay. Do not accept the roles that society foists on you. Recreate yourself by forging a new identity, one that commands attention and never bores the audience. Be a master of your own image, other than letting others define it for you. Stop defining yourself Incorporate dramatic devices into your public gestures and actions. Your power will be enhanced, and your character will seem larger than life. You must seem a paragon of civility and efficiency. Your hands are never soiled by mistakes or nasty deeds. This is true anyway. Maintain such a spotless appearance. Oh, there she is. By using others as scapegoats and cat's paws to disguise your involvement. Let's see what she says. Let's have a look. Preferred to hang out with Ted last night. Whoa, wow, just wow. There's nothing more in the Teslic method than what I told you, the PS. No. Recall I boomed like read word release. Okay. Was that Enrique? The squirrel came right to our door. Hello, Mr. Squirrel. Are you going to come in here? Oh, my goodness. Amazing. Hello, sir. It's good to see you. Would you like a cracker? Here. Have a cracker. Boy, Mr. Squirrel. This donkey, you didn't even see Mr. Squirrel. He the one making all the fuss? Come talk. I get your link. I have to stop screen sharing. Stop screen sharing. Catch a link. Oh, here it is. Copy. We interrupt these 48 laws of power to bring you. Oh boy, how about that? You're being pedantic, my love. Paste. Don't be. This is your life. Don't play hard to get. Enough said. I can't believe a squirrel just came to me. Wait. What is that? He was looking for bird seed. There you go, buddy. I threw a cracker. That was awesome, Honk. You missed it. Mr. Squirrel came to see us in the samsara. Yes. And I am a squirrel making a crazy display, jumping around madly in a madcap fashion for the enjoyment and joy of others. I am your squirrel. Law 27. Ley 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. People's need to believe to create a cult-like following. In other words, smash people's illusions to liberate them from their to deprogram them, so they're enthralled little performances. People have an overwhelming desire to believe in something. Become the focal point of such desire by offering them a cause, a new faith. Yes, I give you the Superman. Keep your words vague but full of promise. Emphasize emphasis. Oh, and enthusiasm. Oh, but to still emphasize emphasis of rationality and clear thinking. Read and backwards. On opposite day, just let your words don't mind the hobgoblin of little minds. If everything you say 5 minutes from now contradict everything you said 5 minutes later, just say them exactly and with full weight that there is no hope and there never was. Every reason to be, rob them of it. There's no promise. I promise you only death. Without the impressions falling upon your being every moment, you would disappear, instantly vanish. Do you not believe me? Behold how the moment vanishes after the impression has fallen upon it. Better pray that those impressions keep falling every second, every moment, every subjective moment on your being in your abnormal external conditions of ordinary being existence, which you have established for yourself after all. Give your new disciples rituals to perform. You may now perform the ritual of kissing my ass. Ask them to make sacrifices on your behalf. I'm only taking livers today. Sacrifice the livers to me only. In the absence of organized religion and grand causes, your new belief system will bring you untold power. Oh, BTW, pedantic tone you picked up. Oh, come on, Jill. I don't want to do this. I want to talk to you. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Do that. Be sure to flatter. Into my parlor, said the spider to the fly. Now, visit my parlor. Oh, I'm not going to ask you yet. You can come visit if you want. This little thingy. Okay. I can't, you. You are not the boss of me. No. Bilbo Baggins, I'm not trying to rob you. Do not mistake me for some conjurer of cheap tricks. Trying to rob you. Trying to help you. Yeah, no. Enter action with blindness. Oh, boldness. No. Hacer acciones con ojos cerrados. How would I say blindness in Spanish? That's interesting. Let's find out. Blindness. Blindness. Oh, blind man said, "We shall see." Segura. Segura. Ceguera. Oh, ceguera. Poquito, poquito pedo. Ceguera. Okay. Después de una cocktail. Bueno, antes de cocktail. Después de cocktail. Blindness, blind obstinacy. Okay, so that would be misprision or wait, no, ignorance. No, see. Cessity. Oh my God, what a great word. Let's find it out. What did we learn today, children? Define necessity. We found that there are many words not in my necessity. No, I meant to say define. Oh, come on, define. Just all my adoring fans, they have to have just a little look, so they're taking all my bandwidth. Define necessity. A state of being blind or lacking sight. Do you hear me? All I have to offer you is my necessity. But I give it to you and I hold nothing back.
Hello?
Oh, hello, Jill.
How are you?
I'm very well. Well, I thought I was really fantastic. Then I ran into you and found out I could be even better.
So did I like upset you or something?
You just made my day. You said, "How am I?" I thought I was perfect, and then you came along and I discovered I was lacking something.
We all lack something. We all lack lots of things.
I lacked the joy of your company until just now.
Oh, aren't you sweet? So anyway, yeah, I mean,
yeah. Well, you appear to be trying to kill your camera. Switching back and forth when our mics are activated.
What?
Would you like me to appear for a moment? Watch.
Yeah, I'd love to see what. Yeah, of course.
You only get a little glimpse because you always get it. Hello.
Oh, hello. Well, hi. Nice to meet you. Okay, now I can talk to your cat.
Mr. Honky, that's the white devil now. Be careful.
Okay.
You don't want to jinx yourself.
All right.
You know, they say this is kind of a backwards world, so he's all white. Be wary if you cross your path. If he's an ill omen.
I have a white kitty.
Ill omens.
Huh?
Yes. Ill omens in this world are blessings.
Okay. Yes, I have a white kitty too.
Steak Zarathustra.
Say what?
I said, thus spake Zarathustra.
Ah, okay.
Go ahead, Jill.
Anyway, I was gonna say I have a white kitty too.
Tell me what you were communicating to me with words, because I am in the samsara and hearing be liberated.
Oh, okay. You mean about the 10-page postscript I wrote yet?
Come again?
About the
I was being irritated because you didn't instantly appear when I willed you to.
Oh well.
I was being petulant.
That's my problem. So okay.
Right.
All right. So it's just you mean about the 10-page postscript that I wrote you?
Yeah, let me read it back. Let's see if I understand it. I'll examine what you.
Okay.
I think because you probably chose your words very carefully, and to not carefully would be a of a sort. I was actually just being combative to try to bait you, to get you to come. Looked like it worked.
Oh,
Women
who
love to
did
fight.
that?
I never met a woman didn't love to scrap with me.
Ah, okay.
Okay, P.S. I wanted to tell you a question about the Akashic Record. You did tell me that, and I didn't miss it. Or the moon, or whatever, you're really asking yourself. Yes, because all of those things appear in me, do they not? Not to be small, or not to dismiss that statement. You're really asking yourself, what else is there?
Yeah.
Kind of reality that the dreamer is still asleep. He's inventing landscapes in the magnetic fields. I got to play that song for you sometime. He actually says that. He's inventing landscapes in the magnetic field.
Who says that?
Coil.
Who? I'm sorry.
Coil. There's a band called Coil.
Oh, okay. I have not.
They're an industrial band. Yes, and they have very, oh, you know how the really high art comes through and it has a content.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a song called "The Dreamer Is Still Asleep." The Dreamer is still asleep. Finish this. Oh, what a terribly rude thing to say. Answer to the question in your own mind is not out there. Oh my God, I was just explaining this to Gung Ho Jihad and somebody else. One by One Music.
The answer to the question is in your own mind. It is not out there in some other source. The answer is inside your own mind, and the question releases the information stored in your mind of which you are unaware. Got it? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Sure enough.
Huh?
The Hunt for Red October. Oh, yeah, go on. Continue, please.
And you may have to keep refining the question because the trick is all in how you phrase the question. And like I said, if you want to see the Telestic method, it's the Telestic method. And if you want to see it in action, watch The Hunt for Red October. The character of Jack Ryan is trying to figure out how to get a bunch of sailors, a bunch of Russian sailors to want to get off the Red October. And as he refines his question, the refining of the question is what gives him the answer. The answer is inside his own mind. He's got the information.
Got it. Yep.
That's all the Telestic method is. It's no mystery.
Any properly formed question contains its own answer.
Yes, yes. And sometimes you get the wording of the question right off the bat, correct right off the bat, and other times you have to refine it. And in The Hunt for Red October, you see him refining the question.
The recommendation of an allegory in the Gnostic vein.
Yeah. Anyway, because you mentioned something about asking the sun, or asking the moon or whatever. No, that's. And I said, remember, I said that's not how it works. And I didn't get it. I didn't between between you and Ted, I didn't get a chance to tell you how it works. So and the reason I know all this is because I watched a world-class bullshit artist at work, and it's like, honestly, the answer is inside your own mind. And, as well read and everything as you are, you could ask some really, really good questions. Because your mind is full of stuff that you've read and seen and completely forgotten about. You don't even know it's there.
Oh, my mind contains the sun, the moon, and all and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you like Ted said, the sun never spoke to me. Well, it never spoke to anybody. That's not the point. The point is that you ask yourself, and
example to explain this with an example to some people today. Let me see how you like this. Okay, there is a question as to whether or not it is a living thing because it has no metabolism. You could take 10 viruses and put them on the moon, and they would live there for 1 billion years, quote unquote. into contact with biological organisms in which they could act out their purpose as little bits of information that, hijack now it's malware. Although I don't know that every virus is malware. There's probably, antivirus virus. In any case, though, they don't metabolize anything from their environment. So you could easily put them in a crater on the moon and they will sit there. You could put them anywhere, right? And as long as the little protein shells remain intact, those viruses were made viable. Living organisms. They're not metabolizing autonomous entities.
Right. They cannot reproduce themselves. They have to hijack the reproductive mechanism of a cell in order to do that.
And so it is with people or all biological organisms on the Earth. So the Earth is the peer to the sun, and yet, so the sun would have a hard time even recognizing a single biological entity as a living thing because it's so far out of our range. It's like us to a virus. So are we to the sun. What do they call those? Viruses are to cells.
Oh,
and are to the sun.
Yeah, I forget what it. Yeah, I know, but I know what you mean, but I forget the word. So yeah.
Yeah, a ratio or something like that,
or a simile or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, who cares?
But, doesn't
We're
matter.
not being pedantic. I'm just glad you understood that because it was like I had to drag them kicking and screaming to that idea. The guy was objecting, and when he Googled the word virus, and he was demanding that I prove they have no metabolism. Well, essentially, he was fighting himself. So I just kind of laid back and let him look, and then he's like, "Oh, well, here's why I was wrong."
Well, at least you could say that he was wrong. That's a good.
I enjoyed the conversation. He's like, "Hey, you guys are really nice guys," and I'm like, "You guys are assholes, but at least we can have an interesting conversation."
Oh gosh.
I had fun with them.
What,
I had great fun.
What it makes me, but like Ted was saying, where did or like we were saying, where did Neanderthal come from, and blah blah blah. Well, a virus could have come in from anywhere and lain dormant on the earth for eons until the conditions were right for it to propagate itself.
Yes. Yes, but at some point there's an emergent epiphenomenological miracle. It's like Terence McKenna said, give me one miracle, right? And I'll do the rest. That voice is that,
so yeah. Anyway,
I'm not to be pedantic, but right? He was the one who said, give us one miracle and we'll do the rest.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Getting out though? Is the
kind of. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Actually, yeah. Anyway,
it's not a crazy idea at all. It's magic, though. It is spontaneous. It is miraculous.
Well, just because we don't know how it works doesn't mean it's magic. It's just,
It is miraculous, no? That a virus should become a living thing. Look. My virus came alive. It's kind of like Pinocchio. It's exactly like Pinocchio.
Well, anyway.
I forget, what did Pinocchio do to become alive? He sacrificed himself for his father.
I don't remember. I saw it. It's been so long. I have no clue.
Geppetto in the whale's belly.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
He had to start a fire. So he went down into the abyss, into the underworld.
Mm-hmm.
And there he fought the dragon, the whale.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He slew the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And oh yeah. So is it warm there?
No, I'm having a hot flash.
Oh. Fan you, my love, with a big palm frond.
Oh, yeah. Well.
Linen loincloth.
Well, I'll have to fantasize about that for a while.
Oh, so. Fantasize about me. It's always been my curse that everyone wants me, but nobody will have me.
Oh, let's see. Okay, well, I'm gonna go because I just got home and I'm tired and I want to I want to change
Are you
clothes,
tired?
all that stuff. Yeah, so
Okay, no, this is good. It's essential though that I demand of you more of your lovely company in future because I am very stimulated by talking to you. It's nice to talk to somebody who has some sense about them.
okay. Well, thank you. It's very nice to talk to you too. It's great to have somebody to talk to these things about. It really is.
You like my virus idea? That's mine.
Yeah, I like that a lot actually. So
That's the sort of thing that I want to explain, carefully in machine, which
mhm.
will be my little tiny, for what it's worth, contribution to.
Oh, here,
And yes,
here.
for this particular little
Check
pen.
out this. Check out this title.
It's a lot like your moth thing too, if you think about it. Yes, please. Which title? You text it to me? Am I screen sharing? Where'd you go? Oh no, she left me. Casting, very good. I heard. Interesting. You drop out broadcasting. You won't stop broadcasting. Fantastic. All right, let's go on. See what you wrote to us here. Check out this. Ha 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 ha. To Marry Medusa, also called The Cosmic Rape.
Yes, fabulous book. Best, honest to God, best work of fiction. It's very short, but best work of fiction I've ever read in my life. Honestly, fabulous.
What a strange synchronicity. Let me show you something which came across my Facebook. Let's share my screen. Mira. La Medusa. Oh, the bird bath as a mosaic.
What am I supposed to do here?
Oh, can you see my screen? No.
Huh? Oh, wow.
It has a hiccup.
Yeah, look at that. Very amazing.
Now, Eddie, and they would have these legendary, symbolic. But yes, I just saw Medusa a minute ago, and you say, we must rape the bride, we must rape, ravish her, rip off the clothing, and rape her.
Anyway, it's fabulous.
You can push the rape. That's well. So, Gorgon rape? Will you elaborate?
No, Medusa is a. Are you there? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I am.
Is a otherwise known as the Portuguese man of war, and it's an organism that it kind of acts like the Borg hive mind. Anyway, it's fabulous.
Oh, I've got two of you in my call here. It says Jill and Jill.
Yeah, I know. Now we've got an echo going. So, anyway.
Oh, here, let me just get rid of one of you.
Okay.
By finding where I've duplicated you. You like that? It's very cruel of me to do so. Echo on your end.
I won't. Yeah, I still am.
I am not.
Okay. Well, I have to go anyway. I'm tired.
Oh, yes, you were just leaving.
Yes, I will.
I mean, goodbye.
Okay. I'll talk to you soon.
It was great talking to you, Jill. I'll see you soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.